What is the soft system methodology? Well, this is a qualitative approach that applies system thinking to otherwise non-systemic situations. Okay? The process begins by investigating the problem and then developing what's known as a rich picture. And this is kind of a diagram, if you will, that includes the boundary, structure, information flows, communication channels, and other human activity systems that exist within the situation or scenario. Okay? From there, you can go about defining the key systems that exist within this scenario that you're identifying, because this way of thinking says that everything is made up of a combination of interactive activities that make up a system. So you identify the players, the customer, the actor, the reformation process that you would use to address any of the individual activity chains, the worldview, or how the situation at large is seen by external and internal stakeholders, the owner of the project, and any environmental constraints associated therewith. Then you go into developing a conceptual model for the overall system as it exists within this rich diagram. You try as you can to incorporate formal system concepts into this diagram, because once again, this is a loosely based structure which is highly dependent on individuals within an organized function or system. So you're trying to identify what would otherwise be procedural steps into an typically non-procedural type of system. Okay, so try to think outside the box and use any other system thinking approaches that will allow you to do this. From there, you'll compare any conceptual model that you've come up with to this initial rich picture that you've given. Okay, then you'll identify any feasible and desired changes to how these systemic pieces interact together, and then you'll take actions to improve any interactivity among them to make the system itself better as a whole. So this, in a word, is the soft system methodology that seeks to apply systems thinking to an otherwise non-systemic, human-based, human-centric scenario.